If there's one debt which your parents and financial planners will encourage you to take, is the debt to buy a home. Home loan rates today are hovering above 10%, but the good news is that they could well slip into the single digit everybody is waiting for in 2015. Looking at the RBI stance on bringing down rates in a measured way. Let's find out more about striking a smart home loan deal in our expert segment today. We're joined by Karthik Jhaveri, Director, Transcend Consulting India Limited. Karthik, thanks very much for joining in. So, everybody was expecting a big cut. It's 25 basis came unexpectedly. First, does everybody believe out there that there is room to cut another 75 basis point and at least bring down the rates by 1%?
Manisha, frankly, that's a little hard to say because RBI will not do it in a hurry. Although I have had this view and a lot of other people have also had the view for over the last almost 1.5 to 2 years that we should start seeing cuts in rates. But it's only when RBI really feels that they are absolutely comfortable with the level of inflation and with the external situation that relates to our fiscal deficit, etc. That's the time they're going to start cutting the rates. But obviously now this is a starting of good news. So which means if the starting has happened, then it is quite likely that we hope that in the subsequent quarters also we will see a gradual down movement of the interest rates.
Okay, so I keep hearing, Karthik, developers keep cribbing that rates are not coming down fast enough, and that's probably a big reason why sales are so slow. But I've been looking at the loan books of State Bank of India to HDFC. They're not complaining at all. There are people going out there and taking loans even at 10% plus, isn't it?
Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, see, people will take, but developers are not being able to sell a lot of stock because the pace at which they are increasing prices and against that the pace at which the consumer's income is going up is obviously not in tandem, and which is why we have this problem. So therefore, keeping all the burden on the shoulder of a poor interest rate and hoping that the interest rate goes down and therefore affordability of the borrower moves upwards and thereby the builder having more sale and the developer selling his units is like a little bit of a far cry. So, I think the sales will still be sluggish. At the same time, there is demand. There is also demand which happens, Manisha, same time in terms of refinancing. Because, people like SBI and some of the private banks, they have interesting products. So, while on one side loan books are maybe showing whatever they show, but there is also a shift of loans that is happening, and that's something that we've also been recommending for a long time now.
All right, so we'll talk about refinancing, but just coming back to today, if you were to give a recommendation to somebody who's been sitting on the fence saying, all right, so there are a couple of properties that I like, but should I wait out for interest rates to come down? What would the advice be?
Yes, see, now this is a two-pronged thing. If you keep waiting, what will happen is as interest rates move down, economy improves or is improving and therefore the interest rate is going down. So the borrower must understand that. So if you wait too long and the economy sort of starts moving upwards in a positive fashion, then the rate of your house property itself will start moving up. So now that you have a first signal saying that there are prosperous times ahead and as soon as the rate cut has happened, you should go ahead and buy it. Because if you wait too long, you might get a slightly cheaper loan and therefore you might save a little bit on your EMI, but your house price itself might go up by another 5 or 10%. So that is going to be quite a large quantum. So right now, don't wait too long, don't sit on the fence, especially if you're a first time buyer, just go ahead and take the plunge. If you're even making an investment, then you have a great opportunity ahead to ride the entire down cycle. And then as you sort of move along your home loan, and as the rate keeps getting deducted, you will keep saving lakhs and lakhs of rupees in terms of interest. So I think you should make the decision to sign on the paper.
All right, well said. So now, how do you go out there and strike a great rate? Because, there are lots of products. They might be a little bit different. If you were to just compare an HDFC vis-a-vis an SBI, LIC, there are private banks. How do you actually get the best deal out of any of these lenders?
I have had this personal opinion and I think it's a great idea to buy the products that are being given by some of these banks, State Bank of India, HSBC and Standard Chartered, etc. So their product works like a little bit of a combination of overdraft and a savings account along with a home loan. So they charge you for the amount of principal outstanding on a day-to-day basis and they sort of link that to all your other financial transactions. So what happens is these products have their own names like Home Saver or Home Credit or whatever they might be. Citibank's another player as well, by the way. So some of these banks have a great ideology that whatever amount of money is parked in your savings account that gets linked to your home loan account, and therefore that is considered as the prepayment for that day. And we have a lot of people who hold a lot of money in saving accounts. So therefore, just by virtue of having this product itself, you can save a few lakhs in terms of your interest cost. And then whenever you have additional profits from your old equity investments, or you have some bonuses and surpluses that you get, even if you just park it in your account, you're going to save a lot of money in terms of interest payments, and which is absolutely vital in the starting few years of your loan. So I think some of these products, which are known as home savers as a category, that probably is a good idea instead of going to a plain vanilla home loan offered by NBFCs like HDFC, etc.
All right, so which are the banks which offer a home saver? You mentioned SBI. Are there other products in the market right now, Karthik?
Yes, from my information, it's SBI, there is HSBC who gives this, there is Citibank also who's doing it. I believe Standard Chartered is also in this same business, and I'm not sure if there are any other banks, but I'm quite sure these 4 banks are already doing this business for many years now. And the rate of interest is also approximately the same. So it's not like you're paying a whole maybe 1 or 2% more for the facility of this product. So it's quite the same. The processing fee is almost equal. So I don't think, especially for salaried clients, I mean, that is really a non-issue. So therefore, if you can do this thing, I mean, you should really understand it. And the executives are normally well trained to explain to you that even if you sort of park a 5 lakhs into this thing, or a 10 lakh, instead of your fixed deposit, if you just park this money into your savings account right from day one, you can see the enormous amount of savings you can do in your interest cost.
Absolutely.
So
home saver.
It's really a good option to sort of explore this possibility.
Right. Karthik Jhaveri, thank you very much for taking us through the specific advantages of a home saver account, as you just mentioned. So this is an account, and most executives actually do have a lot of free cash lying in their savings accounts or in their FD. And if you can move that to a home saver account, the bank actually gets a new client who opens an account, link it to a home loan account, and the interest that accrues actually goes towards repayment of your EMI. So it's a win-win situation for both the bank and the customer. So home saver accounts, that's a new category. Keep an eye out for, and that's the reason why banks here probably make more sense. There are NBFC or just a home finance company which will not have this product.